For people that live in Las Vegas or even Summerlin, but not Summerlin West, a lot of people don't know this is going on. They are developing a urban core, which is basically going to be very similar to downtown Summerlin, but it's also going to have people actually living in it. And already we have the different villages around it. So we're just chilling on Sky Vista right here between Kettle Ridge Drive and Desert Foothills Drive. And this is basically where the start of the urban core will be. And so I don't know exactly how many streets it goes down, but it's definitely a while. So you're just see there's just a ton of basically dirt here. And this is going to be businesses in just a few years here. I'm hoping less than that actually, but the sign summarizes basically what the urban core is going to entail. And it doesn't say urban core on it. So planned for a mixed use urban area, including high density residential, commercial, and retail development. And so that's what's cool. And I think this is why it's going to be a little bit different than downtown Summerlin. Is like when you are downtown, it's like, it's all retail, it's restaurants, you know, it's coffee shops and whatnot, but there's nobody really living right there. What's really crazy about this area with the urban core is that they're mixing the urban necessities with suburbia, so suburban life, obviously. But then we got this backdrop of the mountains right behind us too. So it's like suburban, urban, and then a natural landscape in the background. So that's pretty unique, honestly. And you don't really see that in too many cities, especially bigger cities. Speaking of that though, man, the urban core is going to be a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I mean, that's quite a bit of blocks right there. But what's nuts, just living here for a little bit, actually today is the 1 year mark. So just living here a year and just seeing everything develop over time. I mean, these roads, they didn't have any directions on them, no arrows, the lights weren't in. I mean, I could just walk up and down these things and it was no big deal. And it's just crazy to see now, especially with the amount of cars. There's always cars and construction workers around, but now people are like legit driving around here, especially if they're trying to go look at houses between Redpoint Square, and then Kestrel and Kestrel Commons. Just seeing it develop. And this is the thing about new construction though, especially a lot of different places in Las Vegas, but definitely Summerlin West, is you got to be prepared not to have a lot around you in the beginning. Like there's a lot of just dirt construction going on. You know, there's no grocery stores, there's no retail, there's not much around you. Yeah, it's all within 5 minutes because everything connects really well and we're a solid driving city. But like if you're just expecting things to be like a minute or two away from your house in the beginning, especially if you're buying very early like we did in our development, yeah, you're not gonna have a lot of stuff around. So that's just something to consider, that, you know, the community feel isn't going to be really a community yet. Sometimes there's not going to be even sidewalks in. You're going to be walking on streets. But what's cool, in my opinion, is just over time, especially just the 12 months, is just seeing how far it's came and how far it's going to go. I mean, I can't imagine what it's going to look like here in 2 years. It's going to be nuts. I mean, we're going to have actually a grocery store around. We're going to have some shops. Yeah, so you can see Red Rock Casino behind me right here. And that's basically where downtown Summerlin is. So we're quite a bit of distance away from it. So that's why this urban core is going to be so crucial, is because that's pretty much where we got to go for a lot of stuff right now. But we're going to have it right outside our door, basically, in a matter of years. I mean, between Sky Vista and Flight Range Drive is where the urban core is going to be. And so it's going to be pretty big here, man. The views up here are going to be dope because you got the mountains and you got the strip down there. Yeah, so this is all going to be the urban core. And you can even see they got the entryways there. So what's interesting though, so like what you'll see is in Redpoint and in Kestrel Commons, Redpoint Square, as it gets closer to the urban core, the houses get more dense. A lot of the lots for single family homes are smaller. You're going to see like townhouses, condos, and whatnot. That's why Kestrel Commons is basically smaller homes, smaller lots, and then same with Redpoint Square. Redpoint Square is basically smaller homes, condos, townhouses, and such. Like those are KB right there, and look at those lots aren't big at all. Yeah, so behind me right here is basically where all the construction guys park. So people that are working on the streets, the urban core, even probably some of the developers have people parking in here. It's kind of like their home base, and a lot of the things I'll see in here is like things like landscaping, so the landscaping that goes around the area. And yeah, I mean, it's all gated off and things like that, so like nobody can get in there. But Yeah, just seeing the amount of construction and continuing to see the development is something that I just really enjoy about living here. And a lot of people might think it's a little inconvenient because, you know, there's a lot of construction going on, a lot of workers around. But at the end of the day, it's like you get to see something basically go from start to finish. And from what I've been reading on, especially the Summerlin website, is Summerlin West still has like 20 years to go. I mean, there's a lot more development. So people that are thinking like, hey, am I gonna be able to buy a new construction home in the next couple of years, or are they all gonna be gone? Am I gonna have to buy a resale? Nah, you got a lot of time to buy a new construction home here. However, with what is going in and what is getting developed in regards to like the stores and the shops, and just the entertainment in the area, obviously home prices are going to continue to go up. So it's one of those things where you got to kind of balance like when you're ready and getting into a place before it's all the way developed and it's really hitting on all cylinders. Another pro to the urban core's location is basically the proximity to Summerlin Parkway and the 215. So it's very convenient for people that live in the area, but it's also super accessible for the rest of the people that live in different parts of the valley. All right, that's all I have for the urban core as it sits today. If you guys have any information or if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment, hit me up, email me, whatever. If you thought this video was helpful, please do me a favor, like the video and subscribe. Until the next one, peace.